Setting up a rear derailleur. Goals: be able to install and adjust a new rear derailleur. Tools needed: 4, 5, or 6 mm Allen keys, 9 mm box wrench, Phillips head screwdriver or flathead screwdriver, pliers. Parts to identify: rear derailleur, anchor bolt, barrel adjuster, high and low limit screw, B tension screw, derailleur hanger, dropout. Step 1. Mount derailleur. Apply some grease to the derailleur mounting bolt and begin threading it into derailleur hanger on the drive side rear dropout. Pull the derailleur back so the B tension screw sits behind the flat spot on the hanger and tighten the bolt down. Step 2. Set the high limit. Find the high limit screw, which should be marked with an H, and sets how far out the derailleur will stop. The highest gears on a bike are actually the smallest cogs in the back. Make sure to remember this, as it can be counterintuitive. Set the high limit screw by using the screwdriver. If you push the screw in, the derailleur moves towards the wheel. If you pull it out, it moves away from the wheel. Turn it so the pulley wheels line up with the outermost cog on the freewheel or cassette. Step 3. Set low limit screw. Find the low limit screw, which should be marked with an L, and sets how far in the derailleur will stop. This is the most important adjustment with your derailleur. If the chain falls in between the first cog and your wheel, you risk doing damage to your wheel, derailleur, and frame. Set the low limit screw by pushing the derailleur inward with your hand and using a screwdriver to line the pulley wheels up with the innermost cog on the freewheel or cassette. Step 4. Check derailleur hanger. This is also the best time to check the alignment of your derailleur hanger. By looking at the derailleur from behind, you should be able to see that everything is straight and the derailleur is not in risk of shifting into the spokes or the rear wheel. Step 5. Install chain. Thread the chain through the derailleur, dropping it down from the top, around the top pulley wheel, and then up and over the cassette or freewheel. Make sure the chain is the correct length. Spin the pedals to make sure the chain moves smoothly without catching or falling off. Test it on both the low and high ends of the derailleur. Step 6. Clamp the cable. Make sure the housing is sitting properly in all the cable stops and that the cable and housing are the correct length, type, and have been pre-stretched. Slide the cable through the anchor bolt, following the guide on the derailleur. Pull the cable tight with your hand and tighten the anchor bolt. Step 7. Set the cable tension for indexed. Starting in the highest gear, which is the smallest cog, click the shifter once and see if the chain moves away from the first cog to the second cog. If it does not move, you need to add tension to the cable. Do this by turning the barrel adjuster to the left, pulling it out. Go back to the highest gear on the shifter and click it once again. If the chain moves to the second cog, try shifting it back down to the highest gear again. If it doesn't move back down to the highest gear, you need to take away some tension. Do this by turning the barrel adjuster to the right or pushing it in. Try shifting through the whole gear range. If the chain has trouble coming down into the higher gears, try taking away tension. If it has trouble going up into any of the lower gears, try adding some tension. It may take only a small turn of the barrel adjuster to affect the shifting. Step 8. Other issues. If you have trouble getting the tension correct, there could be other problems. If your cable is rusty, or your housing is broken or bent, the friction could cause the cable to not move smoothly and the derailleur to not work correctly. There are also compatibility issues, so make sure that your shifter and derailleur are meant to work together.